morning, Ira Epstein. Good evening, all. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening. I almost said morning there. I did earlier. Evening on Wednesday, the 28th of January, 2026. So as we look at these markets today, it's an interesting event. You're breaking down in the Dow. You're breaking a little bit in the S&P. We had a lot of earnings reports come out, and this probably has something to do with it. Let's take a look. I'll go to the bottom here. Meta after their earnings, CapEx extended sharply, but the stock was up. Microsoft took a hit. Disappointed over the cloud growth, which I happen to have thought was pretty important numbers and looking good. Tesla up as it tops the earning estimates, and it's a lot of talk about what they're going to be. The Tesla car is no longer it, and now it's about robotics and AI and all these other things, and IBM was up. We're going to get jobless claims in the morning, revised non-farm productivity. The productivity data will come out for the third quarter, and that's at 7:30. November trade balance data will come out at 7:30. Then we get at 9 o'clock a host of wholesale inventories for November, factory orders for November, EIA natural gas storage. Now remember, I haven't seen that we have an extension to keep the government open. If we don't, what could happen here, and I think you realize this, is we could come in Monday morning and we're shut down in the government. So anything can happen. I don't know where they're going with all this. We'll find out. There's moves now to remove Ms. Noem. So there's just so much going on in politics. You never know where this goes. So let's go to the chart action and just take a look and see what we have. In the gold market, you're sitting here now. Now think about what we're saying. On a weekly basis at this moment, the market is up $564. It's crossed the 55,000 level. On a daily bar chart, this is tonight. You are up in the market $253. I mean, it's insane how the market's just moving in this parabolic fashion. It's like it's just running and God knows where it's going. But Goldman had come out just a week ago looking for 55,000 by year end. You're there in 1 week. You just don't know where these are going to head. Same thing going on here as you look at the swing line study. Daily moving averages, they mean basically nothing. You're now at this point over 7 days up over the Bollinger Band. You might go to 9. I've seen where you go over 7. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was the close. As I so often say, 7's normally about as far as you stretch it. I've seen more than that on this hand in the course of a year. It's not often. It could happen right here. Still fully embedded reading. I was asked today, I did a television show in Australia, what do you do with gold? And I said, what do you do with gold? And I had to come back and I said, the only way you can trade gold, in my opinion, is you either have to do it through the ETFs, where you have smaller risk factor, or probably options, not futures contracts. This is just too risky. Where do you put a stop other than throw it at a dartboard? The slow stochastics, everything bullish. We're going to get away from the Fed gold. I've already put April on for my subscribers in my morning video, but I haven't done it yet here. I wanted to finish up with you. And are we going to go to the 32, 35 level? I don't know of how many ounces of silver it will take to get an ounce of gold, but it's no longer 104. Now it's 46. Isn't that amazing? So all that silverware that your grandmother gave you, you might want to run to the pawn store. Higher lows, higher highs. You can see where the market's at, where you're at with all this. And modern people today, few of them have silverware, It's funny, it's steelware. You've got higher lows, but lower highs in the copper. And as I said, copper isn't a precious metal. It's beginning to realize $6, where's the demand going to come from next? Why is this happening? I've come to the conclusion it's because of the debasement of the U.S. dollar. When I saw Scott Besson today, and he was asked about the dollar, and his answer just turned it right on. It's very clear. We want a stable dollar. He didn't say a higher dollar. He said a stable. And the way the dollar's breaking down, it is stable. It's going lower at a controlled rate. That in turn has spurred on everything here. And then the geopolitics of the world thinking that we, the U.S., are the world bullies. We're telling people what they got to do, how they got to do it. We're using our economic power to get that done via the word tariffs. You saw the Fed chair come out today and said tariffs are now, in his opinion, very close to being behind all the data. In other words, it's pretty much out of the market. I don't think it's out of the market because Trump keeps threatening them. Number two, what else did he say? He's talking about the economic data. Now we're getting caught up. Mr. Chair, what if we get another work stoppage via the budget shutdown this weekend? Then we have to go through this all again. It could be. I mean, that's what the Democrats have going for them. They want the publicity that they're through with ICE. They want Kristi Noem out. They want her impeached. They need a head. They need to have something for the midterms, and they've got it with this. So we'll see where that all goes. In the platinum, higher lows, higher highs, still in the bull plate. And in the dollar, I'm not surprised it's come back to the Bollinger Band. It's not accelerating away. I'm going to repeat. It's bearish. It's a controlled break. I wouldn't be surprised if you're down to the 94 level sooner than you think. So I'd be paying attention to all that. The other thing I think you pay attention to is my writings. If you haven't gotten my research, you might want to take a look because I'm talking about all this. You can move your cursor up to the top here. It'll say free offer. Well, it's not a free offer. This is going to say research because that's where you have to go to get that. You can click over here if you're watching me on YouTube as well. And you go to iraepstein.com. Can't be easier than that. And away you go. Give it a try. I think you might be surprised. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great evening. Watch the other videos, and I'll catch up with you later.